right, boys and girls, let's get started on math lesson 4.8. If you're doing the home links, the homework, home links 113 and math boxes are 122. Okay, the math messages for this lesson is going to be on area and composite units. Okay, let's get ready for our warm-up. A tic-tac-toe grid has 3 rows of space with 3 spaces in each row. How many spaces are there in all? Okay, if you want to pause here and get a piece of paper out and do 3 rows of spaces with 3 spaces in each row. And when you're ready to go through it, then hit pause again and we'll walk through it. All right, 3 rows of spaces. So I can do 3 rows and 3 in each row. Okay. And I can show that just like this. There's my 3 rows here and 3 in each row. How many are there all together? There would be 3 times 3, which equals 9. Or you could have counted them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The next one, there's 8 rows of squares and 8 squares in each row. Okay, 8 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 8 in each row. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Boys and girls, remember when you're doing your rows go across. Okay, so this is row 3, and I'm putting 8 in them. I'm on row 4 here, then I'm putting 8 in the row. Here's row 5 with 8 in it. Row 6 with 8. Row 7 with 8. In row 8 with 8. In the end, I have an 8 by 8 here, so I can count each one of my rows and columns, which comes down to 8 times 8, and that equals 64. Okay, if you remember the rhyme, I ate and I ate till I got sick on the floor. 8 times 8 is 64. Okay, the next one says I have 7 snack bags on it, and there are 7 crackers in each bag. Okay, so 7 bags, and that would be shown by rows, or you can do boxes or squares, 1, 2, 7, and then 7 in each row. So here's row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5, row 6, and row 7. Okay, and here we have a 7 by 7, which would be 7 times 7. I have the same number of rows as I have columns, and if I were to add all of those up, I would come up with 49. All right, once again, our math message, and it's about area and composite units. We've already worked a little bit with area, so we'll just continue on that. Okay, it says, use the grid on the next screen to complete the problem below. Draw one rectangle with short sides of 3 centimeters and long sides of 5 centimeters. Okay, so my first one is supposed to be 3 and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, here's 3 and 5. So if I were going to look for the perimeter of that, I would need to know that this is 3 and this is 5. And for perimeter, I'm just going to add them up. 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 3 plus 3 is 6, so 10 plus 5, 10 plus 6 is 16. So my perimeter is 16. Okay. It said centimeters. Needed to make sure that what my unit was. So we have to put our unit on here, and 16 centimeters. All right, now my area. If I'm looking for area, remember area is anything inside the boundaries. Okay, so I can just count 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So my 15, and remember we have to square the area, so it's 15 square centimeters. Okay, and my next one they wanted me to draw was 5 centimeters. Wait a minute. Draw a short side of 1 centimeter and a long side of 15. So 1 and 15 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Guess I have to go back 1, 15. Okay, so this would be a 1 by 15. So my perimeter, for my perimeter, I know I have 15 over there. 1, and this is going to be centimeters. Okay, 15 plus 15, that's pretty easy. That's 30, 31, 32. So my perimeter is 32 centimeters. Now my area, all I have to do is remember, count inside the lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So my area equals 15 square centimeters. All right, what units should we include in our perimeter measure and why? There's all kinds of different units we can use. Okay, what units should we include in our area measure? Okay, on the last one that we did centimeters. And on our area, we have to do square centimeters, because remember, anytime you're using area, you're squaring it because you're using the whole entire square. Whereas on a perimeter, you're just looking at the outside boundaries. All right, composite unit, which is one of the things that we were focusing on in this unit. And composite unit is just a unit of measure made up of smaller units. For example, a foot is a composite unit of 12 inches. We're going to look at this on our journal page here. So go ahead and get journal page 120 out. And if you want to hit pause to complete this, or you can stay tuned and you can go along as we go, as we work through these. All right, you're going to use the shaded area composite unit to find the area of the rectangle below. So this is a 2 by 4 rectangle. So I want 2 rows and I need 4 in each row. So there's my 2 rows. Okay, and now I got 4 in each row. So I can count up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my area is 8 square units. Okay, I knew with this composite here that each one of my, I just had 2 rows and I was going to put 4 in each row. Okay, on my next one, my composite unit is 1 row of 5, and I need to have 3 of those. So I can just split this here. Okay, and go down. Here's my 2 rows of 5 and 3 rows of 5. So I can count that up, 5, 10, 15. So my area would be 5 or 15 square units. Okay, my next one is 6 rows right here. I'm going to have 6 rows and I'm going to put 7 in each row. Okay, so didn't get those real even there. Not good. Try to make them as even as you can. Okay. So now I have 6 rows here, which was my composite unit, and 7 in each row, and that would be 6 times 7, which equals 42 square units. And if I didn't know, all I have to do is count 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I should have 7. Okay, because 7 times 6, I don't know what I did there. Okay, but 7 times 6 is 42. And then just count each one. Okay, this is 7 plus 7 is 14. That should be 7 plus 7 is 14. 7 plus 7 is 14. And then add those up. And that's how you come up with your 42 square units. Because there's no measurement, we're going to use our just as units, meaning this is 1 unit. All right, shaded composite unit that you can use to find the area of this rectangle, 6 and 10. Okay, so if I take, and I look at this and I say, okay, well, which one do I want to use for my composite unit? Okay, I can use either the 6 or the 10. So I know I've got to have 10 columns and I'm going to have 6 rows. Okay, so let's go ahead. Well, I really got those a little bit bad, but in the middle. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got that a little bit. But if we look at this and we say, okay, we need to know what the area is, all we have to do is count them. Or we can take 6 times 10, and that's real easy to skip count by 10, which would give me 60 square units. So I can put my 60 down here to get my square units. All right, explain what you did to find the area in problem 4. Okay, what I did was I partitioned and shaded a top row of 10 squares because the side length is 10 units. Then I counted by 10 6 times because the other side's length is 6. So this makes 60 square units. So basically I just took my length times my width to come up with my area. All right, boys and girls, that will conclude lesson 4.8. If you want to go on and work on your math boxes, you can if you're at home, and if not, then this concludes a unit.